Hello folks, got another one for you today. This is the Rose Atomizer by Eden. Of course, I guess you could see all that on the box right there in front of you. Before I forget to mention it, the price point on this is $200. This is one that is manufactured in England. It is not a clone. This is an original. This one's not one I have a whole lot of knowledge of. I haven't seen this one put together in use or anybody doing a review on it yet. But this is one that somebody else was requesting. I guess that lid part stays in there. Okay, as you'll see, this one comes with 20mm Kanthal. Holy cow. Thin. Actually, it's not as thin as it could be, I guess. And that ever so bothersome silica wick. I'll not be using that, but I'll not be using this mod either. So this one is actually built kind of weird. Now, I've looked at one of these before. Again, there's no reviews for this, but I've actually looked at one. In order to take this thing apart, the bottom part of it, you actually put in here, and these two little dimples on this lock into the bottom. You gotta have this too to spin parts of it apart, so you almost get a whole toolbox with this thing, which I think is kind of silly. But those two little dimples there actually lock in right there. And this is airflow adjustable. There's your airflow adjusting ring right there. I don't know how many holes this one has though. I don't know if it's just the one or if there's three. Nope, it's just the one hole. It's just what degree of that one hole that you're wanting open, basically. There is no second hole. But yeah, this one's made a lot like the Russian and the K-Fun. Looks a lot like it. This one does come with the plastic tank if you want to be able to see how much liquid you've got in there. And I guess that makes a good little stand for you for building coils. You're going to need it because you're going to get arthritis building them on this too. One side of this is threaded, so you can actually build your coils right on this base. And you need this to make sure that the center part of it's all tightened back down. It actually goes in on one of the holes in there. Not really sure what these are because I haven't gotten that far into it yet. Ah, okay. People who have been doing this a while might recognize what that is. That looks like one of the ceramic setups, and there's just some extra O-rings. Okay, well, that's cool. But let's take this thing apart. Let me show you around a little bit. Okay, now this is going to be kind of hard to do one-handed, but like I said, you see you got the dimples there. You put this thing in here and line it up, and that holds the base of it still so that you can twist it off. I'm not going to be able to do this one-handed, so I'm going to go ahead and shut the camera off and break this thing down and show you what's what on it. Okay, here it is all broken down. This is kind of unusual that the chimney and the dripper, the drip tip, are made into one piece like this. It may actually come apart, but I didn't really want to force it, and it didn't feel like it was coming apart, so I just left it like it is, especially since it's got the little rubber O-ring on it. And of course, this is a piece that fits down over that. Goes together like so. There's the part for your that you can replace with the plastic if you want it, to be able to see the liquid level. And this is the part that goes over the coils, sleeve for that, and also part of the tank. Okay, now you do have to have this bar to take this apart from the airflow base, or from the base of the, I'm not sure what the screw does exactly, unless it changes to move your airflow holes or something along those lines. But your little plastic or ceramic insert would go in there, and then your coils go across there. Now, this, pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, one air hole, but you can adjust how much of that air hole actually lets air into the mod. I'm not sure exactly what that screw is right there, unless it's just to hold the plastic in place. But in order to tighten these two back up, this is how they go together. In order to tighten them back up, you have to have that rod and stick it in one of those holes, while this is sitting on the dimples in this base. Not exactly a very easy thing to do, and surely not something that I'm going to be able to master one-handed. Now, one thing I will say, these threads are all really smooth. You saw I just put this piece back together just now. Of course, like I said, I can put it back together and put it in here, but being able to hold this base and tighten this down at the same time is probably not going to be able to happen. I got it snugged up, but to put the final tightening on it with that rod, I'll have to do it with more than one hand, so I'll have something to hold the base still with. I like the idea of the building base like this, but what they should have done was knocked off a flat spot on it, to where you could build everything on this, or set this up like this and have it sit flat. It wouldn't have even been a bad idea to make it an octagon shape and still like this, to where you could use it to build your mods. Of course, I guess I could cheat like this. Tighten this down on here. Hopefully not get it too tight to where it stretches the threads. And put the old, well, oh, okay. Looks like it only goes in one or two of the holes. And that's got that built, or tightened back down anyway. And honestly, this puts me a lot in mind of the Russian 91. But again, it's called the Rose. I don't know what the story behind all that is, but I don't know what the story behind a lot of the names of these things are. I've seen some strange stuff. Matter of fact, I got another item up for review here in just a few minutes. It's got a strange name on it too. But there you have it. That's the Rose. Get this thing back apart and get it packed back in the box. It's fixing to take a little trip. We'll have it back, but I'm not real good at building these. This one may be a different story because of the fact that it does have that ceramic basin to build it on. But I'll do a little bit further in-depth review of it here shortly. Anyway, that's all for now. I thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back with more soon. Have a great day.